third temple being built is a significant topic in religious, theological, and eschatological discussions, especially within Jewish, Christian, and Islamic traditions. The first temple was built by King Solomon and destroyed by the Babylonians, and the second temple was built after the Babylonian exile but was destroyed by the Romans in 70 AD. The construction of a third temple is central to many prophecies about the end times in both Jewish and Christian eschatology. 1. Background on the Third Temple. In Judaism, the rebuilding of the temple in Jerusalem is tied to messianic hopes. The location for the proposed Third Temple is the Temple Mount in Jerusalem, where the first two temples stood. However, this site is also home to the Al-Aqsa Mosque and the Dome of the Rock, which are among the holiest sites in Islam, creating a politically and religiously sensitive situation. 2. Religious and prophetic significance. Jewish eschatology. Many Jewish scholars and rabbis believe that the Third Temple will only be built after the coming of the Messiah. The re-establishment of temple rituals and sacrifices is considered a necessary step for this event. Christian eschatology. Many evangelical Christians associate the construction of the Third Temple with the fulfillment of end-time prophecies, particularly the prophecy in the book of Revelation about the coming of the Antichrist and the final battle between good and evil. Islamic perspective. From an Islamic standpoint, the Temple Mount is sacred, and the construction of a Jewish temple there could be seen as a provocation, leading to potential conflict. 3. Current events and preparations. There have been reports over the years that organizations like the Temple Institute in Israel are actively preparing for the construction of the Third Temple. They have recreated ritual objects, priestly garments, and even a red heifer, which is part of purification rituals. While these efforts are seen as symbolic by some, they are a major source of interest for those invested in biblical prophecy. 4. The Temple Mount and geopolitical tensions. The Temple Mount is controlled by Islamic authorities under the auspices of Jordan. Any attempt to rebuild the Jewish temple there would provoke immense political and religious tensions, potentially igniting a conflict in the Middle East. For this reason, actual plans for the Third Temple have remained controversial, and no official steps toward construction have been made in recent years. 5. Emerging concerns. When you mention that something just emerged, it could be referring to various developments, geopolitical developments, increasing tensions or negotiations related to the status of the Temple Mount, or changes in Israeli-Palestinian relations, may play into the significance of the temple. Red heifer prophecy. In recent years, news about the breeding of a perfect red heifer has emerged. According to Jewish tradition, a red heifer without blemish is necessary for temple purification rituals. Some reports suggest that a suitable red heifer has been found, which has sparked renewed interest in temple-related prophecies. Technological and architectural developments. There may also be technological advancements or preparations for how a temple might be built in the future, potentially sparking excitement or concern among those watching these events unfold. 6. Interpretations in Christian eschatology. Some Christians believe that the construction of the Third Temple will herald the rise of the Antichrist. According to some interpretations of the Book of Revelation and the Book of Daniel, the Antichrist will desecrate the temple, leading to the abomination of desolation, and signaling the start of the tribulation period. Therefore, any news about the Third Temple is of great interest to those following end times prophecies.